Hello, everybody. Um, of course, I'm so glad to see everybody here to celebrate the homegoing of my beloved father.
Yes.
It's going to be a little tough for me, but I'm going to hang in there, okay? First, giving honor to the Most High. All power and glory belong to you. I want to acknowledge the pastors, clergy here behind me on the podium, Pastor Clint Walker, Bishop Murphy, Pastor Emery, Reverend Bass, Minister Carol Warfield, Bishop Spikes. I don't know every pastor and every minister in the building, but I do see the Beavers. So glad to see you. So glad to see Bob, Pastor Bob McClain. My heart is heavy, as y'all can tell. And all the deacons, deaconess, and spirits of God under the sound of my voice. Thank you for being here. Y'all can be seated, I guess. Again, it is an honor to be standing here on the shoulders of a giant.
All right.
And to walk in the footsteps of a man of God and one of his chosen, a man of God as one of his chosen leaders. Again, thank you all for being here to help us celebrate the homegoing of Pastor Reverend Bishop George Armstrong III. A man, as so many of you have called him, as Pops. That's what we call him, Pops. He loves everyone. And that's how we refer to him. If you heard 1,000 times today, so many of you love him, you claim him as your father, and that's our nickname for him is Pops, beloved. This is a special yet difficult moment. On this journey, we know that must come. And although our hearts are heavy with grief and sadness that God has called him home, I just want to share a few memories and accomplishments with you that have been placed on my heart. Now, I'll try to make this short, so wish me well with it. During Pop's lifetime, he has had so many titles. At some point or other, he came across the following. Being born in Belcher, Louisiana, he used to talk to me a lot about his childhood. And there's something special when your father speaks to you and you know that he is telling you the absolute truth about everything he says, okay? When he used to tell me he was a milk carrier, he worked at the local grocery store as an assistant there in Louisiana. Pops was a mechanic, a carpenter, property manager, military housing inspector, electrician, animal whisperer. When I tell you animal whisperer, I'm talking about any species you can imagine. Pops knew how to handle it. Even in my fear of insects and wasps, he put me right out there. God's got you, son. You have no reason to fear that. Pops was an innovator. I'm surprised he didn't have some type of patent for constructing things. an inventor. He was an expert knot tire. I don't know how many types of knots there are to be tied, but I can guarantee you he knew 99% of how to do it. Pops was a landscaper,
My God, that's the truth.
a diligent and careful bus driver, marriage counselor, an excavator. When I say excavator, I don't mean with a machine.
Yeah, right.
An excavator as in with his hands, with a shovel, with a pick, with a post hole digger. He would just take it. I don't know how the man would do it. I look at him, try to help, but every time I did the post, it just bounced right back to me. I couldn't even break the ground. But Pops would put up an entire fence by himself.
Yeah.
Now he had patience. He would have patience, but only to an extent, because he had to get the job done. He would only wait for you for so long. And before you knew it, job was done. You give him enough time, and he would race the sun too. He would race the sun going down. If there was something that needed to be done, he found a way to get it done before sundown. I've seen Pops relocate an entire building with himself and a pickup truck.
That's right.
Relocated.
Sure did.
Single wide, trailer, and 4 jacks, and a pickup truck. Down in the valley, and back on top of the hill. Where was I when he did that? I wasn't in the area because he wouldn't have been by himself, but I heard about it. I was actually living out of state at the time, but I heard about it. Growing up looking at Bishop Armstrong was always amazing to me. Just certain things I couldn't figure out. Pops was a gardener, which you've heard. And he would by himself, if he had enough time to dedicate to it, he would grow a garden community for everybody in Talladega County and not ask for a single thing in return. Pops was a sportsman, didn't get to go fishing with him as much as I would like. But I don't think it was too much that he didn't know how to do. He was a natural born survivalist.
That's right.
He taught me a lot. He's taught all of us a lot.
Amen.
He's taught all of us a lot. Which is why we're here right now. Doesn't matter if the building is full or not. I can tell you right now that once you meet Pops, you will never, ever forget him.
Amen.
Never. Then every now and then, of course, he had his favorite songs, which we're going to get to. And I would listen to him work sometimes, and he would start to whistle.
That's right.
And I never knew what song it was, but he would just...
Yeah.
I need some water so I can whistle right. I got a whistle. Hold on. When y'all hear this whistle, I want you to figure out what song it is. whistle now. All day, all night. And I figured the song never had a title. It was just right here. It was in his spirit. He didn't need it. It's whatever came through, it just came out.